Nothing's changed. I've had the chat. I've had the chat about next season, about players I've identified, and pre-season. So nothing's changed.
Was that a good end to a tough day?
It was a good end to a day where we needed to win the game. You know, we come here and we know we had to respond from the game against Liverpool, and we did that today. You know, after giving them away, giving them a goal. You know, we're making a habit of this, and we've got to stop it. But we're giving them a goal after whatever minute it was. But I thought we controlled the game from start to finish. Stayed patient with the football, moved it around, and made the pitch very big, and got our offensive players on the ball in the correct areas of the field. And you know, we created 29 attempts to score a goal. You know, it was the most dominant football match you're ever going to see.
On a personal level, it wasn't the ideal preparation. These reports about
Yeah, but I can't affect that. You know what I mean? I can't affect. All I can affect is no, it don't affect me. Don't affect me. I'm just professional. I know I've got an opportunity to manage this football club, and I owe it to the players and to the fans who come and support to do the job professionally, and that's what I did. Just got on with the job.
Tim, you said at the programme you wanted to regain the respect to the fans. Do you think you did that tonight with the individual performance and also collectively?
Yeah, I think so. I think they did that. I mean, five and should have been more. You know, you can't do too much more than that. I know, with respect to Sunderland, they're a team at the bottom of the league, but I saw them play at Anfield last week, and we're unlucky not to get something. So it can be a tricky tie, you know, when teams are fighting for their lives. But we just kept very calm. I said to the boys today, you know, the shackles are off now. You've got 6 games left. Let's go and win every game and see where it takes us.
Tim, you were given an 18-month contract in December. I know it's a relatively short period of time for a manager, but is the club entitled in that period to look at other options and other managers if they decide to replace you?
I think every club would look to. I think all clubs always look for the next one. It's like with players, you know, you always look for someone to come in and replace the player, possibly. But I don't know if this club's been doing that. I have no idea. But all I know is that, you know, any questions regarding my employment you have to ask my employees, really, because I'm just here trying to prepare a team to win a game, which we've done tonight, and I will try and do my best to win the next 5.
Tim, have you asked your employers where you stand?
No. No.
So you've not had any conversation with the chairman in the last week or so?
Like I say, all I've done is prepared this game for tonight, you know, and just concentrated on this. I think Daniel's away at the moment.
Lads, I think we can just move on from this now.
I've been asked that he wants you to stay. I mean, that must be nice to hear. Your players sort of backing you like that.
Does he? Yeah, I'm not surprised. He never played before I come in.
Maybe that's not what he said.
No, listen. I've always said about Eddie, he's a top professional, you know. And I hear all these stories, and I see it myself, but he's never caused me a problem, and like, he's a real credit to the football club and the way he conducts himself to the younger players, and that's why he scores so many goals. You know, he's a fantastic trainer, and just gets on with it. And you know, I'd be mad not to give him the opportunity to play, wouldn't I?
It shows your players are still really backing you, doesn't it? Their words like that.
No, I think they are. You know, I'm backing them as well. You know, I think what they get from me is honesty. You know, they know when they don't do it, I tell them, and when they do well, I pat them on the back. You know, and it works both ways, and I think that's healthy. I always wanted honesty from my managers. Sometimes I never got it, you know, which was very disappointing. So you learn, live and learn.
There's a lot of smiles.
Win ratio of any manager and his first manager in the Premier League.
Sorry, mate.
We've got the highest win ratio of his first manager in the Premier League.
Yeah, I saw that tonight. Yeah, it was yeah.
Why do you think there is still uncertainty around your situation?
Darren, I did say it was the last question on any sort of uncertainty.
But the uncertainty's always been there. You know, from the start, the speculation you cannot stop. It's always been there from the moment I took over to where we are now. So, like I say, it's up to the football club to answer them questions. I'm like I say, I'm just really, I'm going to be professional and just worry about the players on the pitch and getting the best out of them between now and the end of the season. And I think that I'm more than capable of doing that.